Do you know someone who's tied up, bound down, stuck in a position where they feel they simply cannot move? Someone who's tied up in excuse making. Someone who's tied up in negative thinking. Someone who's tied up in bitterness. Someone who's tied up in financial debt. Someone who's tied up in poor performance. Someone who's so tied up that they're sick and tired of being tied up. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what's even worse? Is to be a person, a business, a sales professional who's tied up and not even know it. How do I know? Because I used to work right alongside many of those people. And even today, I talk to entrepreneurs, business owners, VPs of organizations who talk to me today about the economy. How do we untie the knots of selling in a tough economy? What I'd like you all to do is to find a blank sheet of paper somewhere, and I need you to write number 1, please. And right beside number 1, I want you to write this question. Have I been setting my business up the right way? Have I been setting my business up the right way? And if you don't have a business, you can put yourself. Have I been setting my life up the right way? So that way it can apply either way. But have I been setting my business up the right way? Now I want you to skip down a few lines, leave some space, and I want you to write number 2. And here's the question I want you to write beside number 2. Or, the word or have I been setting myself up? Or have I been setting myself up? And I'm going to go with number 2 first. Or have you been setting yourself up? Those companies out here today, ladies and gentlemen, who are falling due to the economy, who are struggling with sales due to the economy, most of them have been setting themselves up. Setting themselves up to fail, setting themselves up for disappointment, or setting themselves up for dismal results. Why? Because they're tied up in knots. They have knots in their selling process, in their salespeople, that obviously they're not addressing or they're ignoring. And most of it starts from salespeople with negative attitudes. It's easy today to wake up and simply say, well, the economy's bad, so that's why I'm not making money. It's easy. Versus someone waking up and saying, yes, the economy's bad, but not my way of thinking. See, some people today are so negative, ladies and gentlemen, that they can walk into a dark room and start to develop. And they defeat themselves before their day even starts. But I get up every day and I say to myself, where can I stretch myself? Where can I learn? Where can I grow so that I can make today and every day an A day? And I'm going to talk more later about A days. But I always wake up with that attitude. I always wake up with that mentality. And I also think about, from a sales perspective, what else can my business do? Chris touched on that as well. Some people today are still trying to do business the same exact way they did it last year, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Some people are even refusing to embrace the fact that we're in a digital boom. I don't know if you've seen it. Just a couple weeks ago, just last month, Borders announced what? We're closing. And the reason why Borders is closing is because when someone made it known to them, Amazon, that, hey, Do you know that books are going online, that they're going to go digital here soon? They stuck to their guns and said, well, Amazon, you can do that side of our business. And we'll even give you our database in the process. And now Borders is closing its doors. And you remember when they came out with digital cameras? And you had the little SD chip now that you can take your family on a trip and you can take 400, 800 pictures depending on the size of your SD chip. But you remember Polaroid pictures? Remember the ones where you brought the cartridge and it came out? Polaroid said people don't want that. They want their pictures instantly. But people were getting tired of paying what, $20, $30 just for that cartridge, which only 12 to 15 came out? And then sometimes it was depending on what the sunlight was, because some of them were even damaged when they came out. But you have to look at it. What is your thinking as you look at the knots that you have? Because you have to also look at the thinking of your people. And if you're the leader of your organization, what's your thinking? Have you been setting your business up the right way, or have you been just setting yourself up? Because those business people that set their business up the right way in today's economy, you're going out and you're looking to innovate. It's innovate or die.